I'm Don Cornelius, and as always in parting, we wish you love, peace, and so.
A fixture in American music, bringing soul music to living rooms across America every Saturday morning for decades. Look, it was just a fun show. Now Soul Train creator and host Don Cornelius is dead. Los Angeles Police Department says he was found with a self-inflicted gunshot wound, although they're still investigating. I want to bring in my friend and colleague, Rochelle Carey, and, you know, I think about this, and I was looking at that very clip. As soon as I heard, I went right to YouTube just to remember that show. It was just a blast to watch, wasn't it?
It was so fun. There was nothing else like it, Mike. You would see acts there that you wouldn't see anywhere else. He would give artists a platform that just needed a chance. I used to watch the show on Saturday, Mike, with my cousins. That was like our thing, right? And my cousins were much better dancers than me, okay? We would have contests. I would always lose. But that's the thing about it. The show made people so happy, and that's what's so sad about his passing, that he brought so many people joy. And it's so sad that he passed away this way. But look, like, doesn't this bring back memories for you, Mike?
It does, watching that show. And I know, I believe within the last couple of years, there was even talk of a movie based on what went on in the show. We would have all loved that and loved to have relived what we're seeing here in a brand new movie as well.
He's a legend. He's an icon. One of my favorite groups, Shalimar, Jody Watley.
Make that move.
That's it. And they got their Jody Watley was a dancer on Soul Train. She got her start on the show. If I remember correctly, she actually snuck onto the show because she had to be on Soul Train to get her start. Okay, Don.
And I was watching an old clip of Janet Jackson as well, and she was so shy she could barely even do the interview with Don Cornelius. I mean,
but
it's a treasure trove to look back at that stuff.
But you knew once you did get your moment with Don Cornelius, you were on your way. You were on your way. I got some statements though from Mike, from people that are so sad and so touched, and not just from anybody, from Quincy Jones and the Reverend Al Sharpton. Okay, Quincy Jones says this: "I am shocked and deeply saddened at the sudden passing of my friend, colleague, and business partner. Don was a visionary pioneer and a giant in our business. Before MTV, Mike, there was Soul Train, and that will be the great legacy of Don Cornelius. His contributions to television and music and our culture as a whole will never be matched. My heart goes out to Don's family and loved ones," and the Reverend Al Sharpton reacted this way: "I am shocked and grief-stricken by the reported news of the suicide of Don Cornelius. Had it not been for Don Cornelius, we would not have even transcended from the Chitlin circuit to become mainstream cultural trendsetters." John Murray, entertainment journalist and pop culture expert that is, joins us now to talk about the legacy, the life and legacy of Don Cornelius. John, I'm sure it's just now still kind of settling in for you, the passing of Don Cornelius.
Yes. What a tremendous loss, as you stated, Rochelle, for the entertainment community at large. I mean, Don Cornelius is responsible for television viewing audiences seeing Aretha Franklin for the first time, Barry White, Marvin Gaye, Al Green. There's so much history that was made on this show. And little boys all over the country were trying to get bass in their voice. They all wanted to be suave and talk like Don Cornelius. I mean, he was the epitome of cool. And so it is a tremendous loss. You know, he has his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and there was talks of the movie, as you guys mentioned earlier. Coincidentally, a few years ago, prior to his divorce from his ex-wife, Victoria, I ran into Victoria at a Neiman Marcus in Beverly Hills, and she told us then, she said, "We can't really talk about it, but Warner Brothers is talking about us doing a movie, and so it's in development. The story will hit the big screen, and it's a story that still should hit the big screen, even though I think they've probably halted production talks, you know, in recent years." But what a tremendous legacy. The music industry is definitely mourning, and you know, maybe there will be a resurgence of the Soul Train brand, because I definitely missed it on Saturday mornings.
Don't we all? John, let's talk about what a visionary and entrepreneur he really was. He started out, he used $400 of his own money, and the result was Soul Train in a time when black people didn't get a shot in business.
Yes. Very few of us were allowed to appear on shows like American Bandstand. And so Don decided he wanted to create a platform where we could showcase our music as well. And, you know, as history has told us, so much of our music was being copied and mimicked, and the soul was being taken out of it. So let me introduce you to the originators of a lot of the things that you are also hearing on radio. And so initially he started as a local Chicago program. I think when he tried to go into syndication, only like 8 networks took him on because of the color issue. But he broke down those barriers and created an institution, one that continues to live, and the Soul Train Awards, which now has a second home on the BET network.
Wow, that's phenomenal. And you're right, the BET network, MTV, American Bandstand, so many things that we take for granted we would not have, nobody would have thought of had it not been for Don Cornelius.
And we never have a face for many of the artists whose music we love. I mean, before Britney Spears and Janet Jackson was lip-syncing, everybody was lip-syncing on Soul Train. They set the precedent for lip-syncing, Rochelle. So we thank Don Cornelius. And I know there have been some troubles and some health issues. And, you know, during his 2009 divorce, he said he wanted a speedy divorce before he died. So there have been some issues that he may not have disclosed then, but we hope that he can rest in peace now, and in his own words, love, peace, and soul.
Absolutely. John Murray, thank you so much for wrapping it up that way. You know what, folks, go to Facebook and Twitter and share some of your memories, and I'll be sure to read over some of them, and perhaps we can share them throughout the day. John Murray, thank you very much.